Good morning, students. This is the time for computer class and I am your computer teacher. So we are continuing the lesson more on MS Word 2010. So till now in this chapter we have studied about applying bullets and numbering, the different types of list like bullet list, numbered list, multi-level list, how to use them in our document, and once used how to remove them from our documents. Next, we have studied about what is subscript, superscript, how to use them in our document, inserting symbols, what is symbols, how to use them in our document. Next, we studied about working with graphics in a document. So what is clipart, how to insert the picture through clipart, how to insert a picture that we saved in our computer. Next topic that we discussed was formatting the pictures, like resizing the picture, cropping the picture, adding styles to a picture. Next, in my last video, we discussed about what is word art, how to insert the word art, the formattings of word art, like changing the color of word art, changing the outline color of the word art, applying a shadow effect to the word art, changing the direction of the text of word art. So today, first of all, we are going to discuss about inserting the shapes. Inserting shapes. So what are shapes? The shapes are built-in graphics in MS Word. So they are built-in graphics. They are built-in graphics in MS Word. So there are different varieties of shapes in our document that we can add them. The different varieties that we can add them are arrows, callouts, squares, start, flowchart shapes, etc. So these are the different varieties of shapes. Like we can add the arrows in our document, such as when required, the different types of flowchart like the circle button, the parallelogram box, the rectangle box, the square box, etc. So different types of shapes are available in our document which we can use according to our wish. We can also create the shape in MS Paint and can use them in MS Word. So MS Word 2010 has a large collection of shapes. Different types of shapes are available over there. We can use them according to our need. What does the shapes do? They make a visual appeal to our document. Now they make visual appeal to our document. So they make visual appeal to our document. Visual appeal means that they attract the attention of the users towards the document. So how to insert the shape in our document? So first of all, we have to click on the insert tab. The first step is click on insert tab. As soon as we click on the insert tab, we have to move to the illustration group. And from the illustration group we have to move to the shapes drop down list. As soon as we click on the shapes drop down list, different type of shapes will appear before us. We can left click on any of the shape and that shape will appear where our insertion point will be. We can also drag them from the window to the place where our cursor was. So we can drag them from the window to the position where the insertion point was and then we can resize them according to our wish. So this was how we can insert the shapes. Next topic that we are going to discuss is changing the color and outline of the shape. Changing the color and outline of the shape. Changing the color and outline of the shape. Now here we have the, like suppose we have a rectangle shaped square over here. So now we can add color, and the color inside this box, and the outline color means the color of the border of this rectangle. So we can change the color and the outline of the shape also as when required. So what we have to do for this, first of all we have to move to the, from the shape field drop down list, select a color. The first step that we have to do over here is that from the shape fill drop down list, from the shape fill drop down list we have to select a color. We have to select a color, and that color will be filled inside this box. Now to change the outline color means the color of the border of this shape. What we have to do? Now we have to, the second step that we have to perform to change the outline color is that choose the outline color, from the shape outline drop, from the shape outline drop down list, from the shape outline drop down list, the outline color will be changed. So in order to change the color or the outline of the shape, what we have to do to change the color of this, or to fill the color inside this shape, first of all from the shape fill drop down list we have to select a color. As soon as we click on any of the color, that color will be filled inside this box. Now to change the outline color of this shape, what we have to do? We have to choose the outline color. From where? From the shape outline drop down list. The color that we choose from the shape outline drop down list, that color will appear on the border of this shape. Now adding text to a shape. How can we add text to a shape? Adding text to a shape. Like suppose this is the shape and we want to add text over here. In order to add the text, we have to right click over here. Just right click the mouse. Right click the mouse over here. As soon as you right click the mouse over here, a drop down menu will appear over here where you have to click on add text option. Add text option. As soon as you click on add text option, a text box of this type will appear inside the diagram or inside the shape, and the cursor will be present over here. So this is the cursor. Now you can type your text from the keyboard over here, and as soon as you have finished typing the text, press the enter key. The text box will be removed and the letter or the character that you have typed will be visible over here. This is how you can add text in your document in the shape. Now the next topic that we are going to discuss is inserting the screenshot. Inserting the screenshot. Inserting the screenshot over here. Now many of the times we are asked to take the picture of the screen or to save the picture of the screen, or to share or print the picture of the screen that is visible on the monitor. So this is referred to as taking the screenshot or screen capture. The other name of screenshot is screen capture. We usually do this with the help of mobile. In mobiles we usually take the screenshot or screen capture the mobile screen. So all of us know how to do this. So there are different ways of doing this. So the simple method is this: first of all, place the cursor where you want the image to appear. So the first step is place the cursor where you want the image to appear. Now move to the keyboard, and from the keyboard click on print screen. PRNTSCR. Click on print screen, or it can be PRT. Remember, it can be PRNT, or many times it can be PRTSCN, print screen. You will find a button of print screen on the top of the keyboard. You just have to single click. You just have to press over it. Just make a single press over it. As soon as you single press, your screen will be captured. The image of your screen will be put in the clipboard. This is a type of copying the screen on the clipboard. Now bring the cursor where you want that screenshot. Like suppose I want the screenshot over here. So left click over here, and now you can you can use Ctrl+V paste option. So either you can use the keyboard for this, or you can go to the home menu, and from the edit menu, from there you can do the paste option. So as soon as you click on the paste option, Ctrl+V, the screenshot or the screen that you have captured will appear where your cursor is. This is the way of taking the screenshot or screen capture. So this is the simple way. There are other way also of taking the screenshot, but this is the simple way that I have explained over you. That first of all, place the cursor where you want your image to appear. Now click on print screen option on the keyboard. As soon as you click on print screen, the image will be copied to the clipboard. Now bring the cursor where you want the image to appear. Then from the keyboard, press Ctrl+V option for paste, or go to the paste option. As soon as you click on paste option, the screen that you have captured or the screenshot will appear where your cursor is. So this was how to insert the screenshot. Now the next topic that we are going to discuss is working with tables. Working with tables. So what is table? So many of the times we are said that table is a grid-like structure that consists of vertical columns and horizontal rows. So what is table? We can say a table is a combination of rows. This is a row and column. We can say a table is a combination of row and column. So here, whenever we are asked to define what is table, we can say it is a grid-like structure. It is a grid-like structure that contains vertical column, that contains vertical columns and horizontal rows with so what is table? We can say it is a grid-like structure that contains the vertical columns and the horizontal rows. We can also define the table as the table is a collection of cells. We can also say what is table? We can say it is a collection of cells. It is a collection of several cells. So now what is cells? Whenever we are asked what is cells, we can say cell, it is the intersection of row and column. It is the intersection of row and column. So this is the cell. So whenever we are asked what is table, there are various definition of tables. We can say it is a grid-like structure that contains vertical columns and horizontal rows, or we can also say that what is a table? It is a collection of several cells. Now what is cell? It is the intersection of row and column. Like this is the row and this is the column. So these are the cells over here, and a collection of these cells is known as tables. So now where do we use the tables? We use the table in a document like preparing the mark sheet, timetables, employees data, etc. So table is really useful in order to organize the data or to compile the data. Whenever it is required to organize or to compile the data, we generally use tables. So it is useful in preparing the different documents, like preparing the mark sheets of students, like the timetables of teachers, the employees data, the salary records, etc. So there are different ways of inserting the table in our document. So the different ways of inserting the table in our document. Inserting table. So the first way is that we can insert the table with the help of table grid. With the help of table grid, we can insert the table with the help of table grid. This is the first method. Now the second method is that we can insert the table with the help of insert table option. With the help of insert table option. This is the second method of inserting the table. And the third method is that we can insert the table with the help of draw table option. Draw table option. So these are the three different methods of inserting the tables in our document. The first is that with the help of table grid. The second is with the help of insert table option, and the third is with the help of draw table options. We will be discussing each of these methods of inserting the table in our next video. Thank you.